Scottish English, presented by Gallo and Karol Rentería.
Scottish English didn't just appear out of nowhere. It is actually the result of centuries of contact between different language, moderation, and cultural shift. If we look at the timeline, we will see a mix of influence. So, in the very early days, Scotland was home to the big south north, and the return fell down soon. The British range pretty much disappeared, but they came again. Global settlers from Ireland between 4th and 6th centuries. Even though only a small number of Scots speak Gaelic today, you can still hear it in the accent. But at the same time of this, the Anglo-Saxons arrived from the east and brought the Old English. This developed into something unique in Scotland called Scots. It wasn't just a dialect, it was a full language with its own grammar and vocabulary. What is really interesting of this is that Gaelic and Scots weren't totally separate. In fact, they influenced each other a lot. They mix in how people pronounce things or even how they build sentences. But then, when English started becoming dominant in the 18th century, especially after the union with England, Scottish English gave a lot of its own character. Now, if you have ever tried to imitate the Scottish accent, there are some characteristics. The first one is the R's. In Scottish English, this is what that means. People pronounce R's strongly even at the end of words. Then we have that CH sound. This is that K sound that we know, but it's more fricative. Basically, you put your tongue at the back of your throat and the sound is something like that. Then we have the vowel sounds. These tend to be shorter and crisper. So instead of book is book. The Scottish English has an amazing vocabulary. You have got words such as wee that means small, or bro that means excellent, or breed that means shy. There are also idioms, collocations, and phrasal verbs. There are some examples of this. So if someone says something unbelievable, you can say, go away with you. It doesn't mean believe, it means no way seriously. Or if it's cool, they don't say it's freezing. They say it's brutal. Or there are adjectives. That means you're totally crazy. The grammar can be different. You will hear things such as I wouldn't need to do that instead of I wouldn't do that. Because to negate, they add the AE at the end of words.
So we have seen how Scottish English was shaped by centuries of language contact and cultural change. But how is it used now and what does it mean to Scottish people? Well, now in Scotland, language isn't just in history books. The people use it in the street, at home, and even in schools. In many classrooms, children are corrected for saying things such as I don't care, that means I don't know, and things such as he's a wee bear, that means he's a little child. These phrases are now part of the Scotland culture. So we can find also Scottish English in movies, in film, TikToks, and even in music. Well, but for foreign are really difficult or hard to understand. Voice assistants such as Siri or Alexa have trouble with it. Siri, if you try to say something in a deep, strong Gallo accent, you will probably get a very confused answer. So it can lead also to real problems. People, especially for working class area, are are judged of loud for the way that they speak. Also, that can affect those interview and media because they maybe has a really strong accent. But not everything is negative. We find also that a few years ago, Prince William gave a speech when he talked about a very special moment in Scotland. He first talked about a very sad moment that was the death of his mom, and he talked about a very joyous moment like with Catherine, his wife, at the University of St. Andrews. Well, we find that the people really thought that work really warmly because they feel the connection with Scotland and the real respect that he presents to this culture. We find also that in the series The Crown, we see a young Prince William getting closer to the local life. Even when he doesn't speak full Scottish English, he really appreciates and was able to connect with the person. Another cultural example is the series Outlander. It will talk about the history of Claire, a woman that finds herself transportation another sanctuary where she met Jamie Fraser, that is a warrior. He called her Sasquatch, that means outsider of is to reverse a foreign person. At the beginning and over the times, the word becomes more personal and romantic. So we have that Scottish English isn't just about the grammar or the accent. It also means culture, land, and identity. Well, how Scottish English contribute to English language? Well, we find that Scottish English is not just a way to speak, it's also how we write, and the accent isn't a weakness, it is a cultural extra. So we find also that Karol Williams, that is the actress of Doctor Who, she had spoke how her accent can cause some misinterpretation. We find that in Hollywood audition, cast director has misinterpreted her words or her pronunciation, so she has to change her speech to be better understood. So that means that maybe we have to reduce some bias, and it's important that the person understands the importance to have different dialects. So Scottish English is more than just a way to speak, it's identity, history, and culture.